welcome to the inaugural show for Atrocity Press. I want to go ahead and bring on the rest of the crew. We got Johnny Reed. Welcome,
Hey.
Johnny.
Hey.
And Fern Cord, artist extraordinaire. His first appearance ever.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So the first thing we're supposed to do today is unbox the new Mary Machinegun Issue 2 books, which I have sitting right behind me. So let me get the official Atrocity Press Bowie knife, and I'll start cutting these things open.
Yeah. I'm excited. Always.
Anticipation.
Yeah, I never can do it. I'm waiting for 1 year for take in my hands the first one.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
And Max didn't lose a limb cutting the box open, which is good.
That's lucky, really, because I cut myself. I actually did cut myself
Oh.
earlier with the knife. Playing games.
I knew it.
I'm a dummy.
We are twins now.
All right, this is. Let me put myself on the full screen here. And that is cover A
Yeah.
by Fern Cord himself.
I'm proud of it.
Got the
Awesome.
Hunter's coming. Gaslighter's ad. And then the beginning of the Mary Machinegun book, which everyone's seen the first 7 pages. So let's go somewhere. So a little bit of action. Yeah.
That is awesome.
I love this.
All right, let me go collect another. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The bookmarks. Got another set. More.
More, that's good.
More. More.
The people like that. I like this.
More.
Oh.
People like that cover.
It's a great cover.
And we got.
Right.
It's always between you and Mariah.
Yeah.
One of you two will have the best sales on the cover.
Mariah always have good cover.
But not Mariah, but her brother.
Yeah.
Fred Benez's cover right there. Backs of it. Here we are.
I like this cover. Uh,
Yeah, it
I think
shows.
that the art is really zone, but I don't think I like so uh, zone a lot, but I love the Fred Ben's arts.
Yeah, I like his inclusion. He included the machine gun, which is good.
Yeah,
And then we got more Fred Benez art.
that's good.
And we'll move the next box over here. Oh boy. Got Steph Wilson covers. The only Mary Machine Gun book with the name set down below. Let me open it up and get in there. We don't see it through the plastic.
It's cover safe with airbags.
Yeah, they're not bad. This is the first time they've ever sent it to me like this, but the covers are in good condition. I mean, the covers and
Cool.
so it's not bad. And that's the Steph Wilson variant right there.
It's a great cover.
Oh, this somewhere else. We've got more of those. Oh, and here it is. Big boy. Ed Benez.
Nice.
You have the metal.
No, the metal ones, September 21st.
Cool.
I'll get the metal ones. Yeah, me too.
But that's just so awesome.
And the comics, they're pretty sweet. I mean, they just stands up by itself. So the covers are thick enough.
Can I saw the back cover inside?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, it turned out good. I
Yeah.
like it. Very professional looking, Fernando. You did
I
a very
try.
good job. All right. Oh. Then the first cover we ever had made for this book, which is Mariah's cover. If I can get the plastic off. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the what. That's the second place cover.
I have this cover for a year.
Yep,
I think.
we've
Yeah.
had that for quite a while. That was the first cover we had ordered. Got more Ed Bennis books. More Mariah Bennis books. More Ed Bennis books. And more Mariah Bennis books. And now I know for a fact that the naughty cover is in the next box.
Process of elimination.
Yes. As soon as we get through these, I'll get to the chat if there's anybody saying anything. I just want to get through all this as quickly as possible. Oh. I almost forgot about these. Wow. Trading cards.
Oh, those are cool. Nice.
I like this.
Those are more of the same.
Someone is asking about the calendars.
I got them.
They're
I
wanting
got
to
'em
see
today.
it.
Yep, those are coming up as soon as I finish this box. There's the Mary card.
Nice.
Same background. Charlotte card.
It's very cool.
Oh. I almost forgot about these too. Got so much stuff going on. It's hard to remember everything. But we've got Mary Machinegun Reloaded.
Nice.
We can take a little peek at the inside of this. This book feels much thinner than the other book, and I remember how thick this book felt when I first got it. There's Fernando's favorite page. Colors
I
turned
changed a little this draw. I don't know if you noticed this.
Wow, what did you change?
I changed the Green Woman.
Uh-huh. This one?
Yeah. I changed the anatomy and bloody and
Okay.
it's-
Made it more bloody. Yeah, I like that. I didn't notice it, but yeah, I love it. It looks good.
yeah, this is important because the people that's buying have a new thing. It's cool.
Yep.
So to be a true collector, you got to have both, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, the first one, it had lettering errors, but this has been completely re-lettered by SK, so it'll be the way to go. If you want the first issue, this is the director's cut of the issue. I got a bunch of these. Got more. More. I'll open it up so people can see the Naute cover. I'll have to cover it with my finger, just to be stream safe, I guess. Yeah. I love that photo, that cover. I mean, when she had her clothes on, it was one thing, but without the clothes, I like the cleft right there. I like that.
Of course you do.
Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Oh.
I used this cover for test.
For test?
If you look, the background is different of the other.
The backgrounds are different just a little bit.
The people doesn't see this. Just look for Mary.
And then we got the cover, the exclusive Kickstarter cover, which was our first Virgin cover by Eric Blake. It turned out really well. I like it better than the purple. The purple was better than the other. What was it? Kind of yellowish or green before.
Yeah.
For now, yeah. All right. Now for the. What else? We got more of these. More of these. Now I'm going to open up the calendars.
Yeah.
These calendars are based off of Ophelia this time. Open them all up. There we go. Yeah. All right, we'll go with the cover.
Nice. Good old feel.
March, April, May, June.
In May, we march your anniversary, your birthday.
Yep, my birthday. I saw that. It's a holiday.
Yeah, now it is.
Atrocity Press Day.
Yeah.
going the wrong direction. June. We saw that one. July with the red, white, and blue.
I really like this one.
Yep, that's a good one. I like August with the it's almost mysticism with it. I like that. September
I like
with
that one.
the old school pinup look. And then October. November. And that has a variant to that cover or that picture, but we haven't released it yet.
Hard.
And then December. And that's the end. Whoop, whoop. Ta-da. Calendar. All right, let's see what we got here. Some comments. Yeah, so everything looks good. What do you guys think? Let me take myself off the huge thing. Put you all on here. We'll start with Johnny since he's up there at the top. What did you think of the covers and stuff? Were you happy with them?
Oh yeah, I think they look great. Especially
Who's your favorite
Benz. I
one?
mean, getting Ed Benz, that's like, that's like on a bucket list to get that guy.
Yeah, definitely. I gave the original art to Fernando.
Wow.
So I like everything. There's so work it's hard, and I'm very very happy to see this open, and I want it in my hands.
We'll have
I
to mail
really
them to you. Have to mail them to you.
Oh yeah. I need this, and we need to do a calendar for human hunters too.
Yep.
I think we need this.
Yep. We do a calendar every time.
Yeah, I can do it for this week. I don't know.
Okay. So now that we've gone through everything, let me go copy this link out and drop it in the OGBC group. So let's see who wants to come on. Who's in the who's in the chat? Who's running the show? Who's doing what? We take things down. All right. So, Human Hunters. Oh, hold on. How long did it take to make one volume for SM? I don't know. I guess that'd be like Sister Mary. The first issue, how long did it take us to do, Fernando? 4 months?
I think so. Yeah.
And this one was
Fast.
about 4 months.
Yeah.
We keep it about 4 months usually. I mean, I abuse you by giving you like 36, 40, 44 pages to do.
Very fast, but it's a great team, and I do Mary Machinegun alone, so for a team is more fast.
Yep. Oh, we got a pop in the background. What's that?
I said, hail, boys. I said, hail.
What's going on? Get Niobe in here.
Niobe. Get me Niobe. I want to talk to Niobe so bad.
For those who don't know, this is Larry or LP. He does the Niobe comic. Larry, you know Fern, sort of.
I do.
Yeah.
Hello, Fern. How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent.
Looking your project.
Yeah, me and Fern doing something secret where we We got a secret character that we're trying to work out and make her look cool. But that's all I can say on that, But then we're going to do a second character after Fern's done the first one, because Max, just like you, I too have a harem of babes.
You got one now?
Well, I got Avani, I got Ariel, I got Sybil, I got the character Fern's working on, and the character Fern's going to work on. I got my troop of women, sir.
You're catching up. You're catching up.
I'm catching up. And that was a sweet unboxing you just did.
Yeah. I had a good time. It was like Christmas in here. Now I got all sorts of cats crawling around in boxes and making all sorts of noise.
Oh, yeah. Cat playground now, you know what
I'm saying? This is Johnny Reed up in the upper right square. He is the head writer.
Now, Johnny Reed is sitting where I want to be sitting.
Yeah, I don't know how to move people around.
No. I mean, I literally want to be in a spot because
in the comic
you look behind him.
Yep.
We see all kinds of comic book goodness on the
Oh,
screen.
yeah.
Now, I understand, Mr. Reed, that you run a comic shop. Is that correct?
I'm getting ready to. I had one previously for 8 years, and it was closed down for a couple years, and now I'm getting ready to relaunch it on, I believe, October 2nd.
Now, what do you mean by relaunch? Is it like an online store or a physical store?
No, it's a physical brick and mortar. I had a physical brick and mortar, and basically there was a fire, and we had to close down. And now I'm relaunching at a new location. It's like 3 times bigger than I had before.
Now, where's the store at? So where can people find your store?
My store is actually in Kansas City. It's up north off I-29. So, but I have a Facebook page out there. I'm getting ready to launch the Instagram, so you'll be able to find me.
Now, are you going to be carrying Mary Machinegun in your store?
Well, I don't know. Max, are we going to do that here?
Yeah, I think so. I think seeing as the Brute Squad Entertainment's going to be the home of Atrocity Press, I think we'll probably should sell Mary Machinegun.
Yeah, so Johnny, Mr. Reed, right?
Yes.
As a guy who's run a comic book store, as a guy who's running a comic book store, again, you're a man that deals with Diamond Magazine, DC, whatever distribution system they're using now.
Right.
How does that work in the sense of, you get a young guy, like me or like a Max DeVille or someone else, that is like maybe making some waves in the crowdfunding scene, and they want to get their book in shops, and they come to you with their book and they put it on the desk and say, "Sir, would you be interested in having my book?"
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, honestly, that's one thing I really want to do. My shop is actually going to be a comic, game, and action figures. I'm hardcore into action figures as well. And I'm going to have plenty of magic and gaming, but I want to focus a lot on independent books because I don't think a lot of the comic shops really do that enough. They support it, what they can do through Diamond, but they don't really go out there and try to do a search or have people come in and say, "Hey, sell my book." And I'm all about that.
Yeah. No, I mean, because I think the landscape, gentlemen, of comics has changed, right? I mean, we just seen crowdfunding, be it Indiegogo or be it Kickstarter, or hell, there's even this Substack thing coming out now, and there's also this thing called Zoop. You know what I mean?
I've never heard of Zoop.
They friended me. Like the actual Zoop friended me on Facebook. But I mean, so I see the landscape of comic books changing right now. As a guy who deals with the main books and stuff, you've seen the evolution of comics sort of come and go, the bubble, the burst, the effects that COVID have had. But then, for the last couple of years, maybe even longer, we've seen guys just really break out on their own. Do you think indie comics might be becoming more and more of more mainstream than maybe people think? That more people know of us than maybe what we realize. You know what I mean?
I hope so. I really hope so. I think a lot with the Kickstarters and with the internet, more and more people are going to the internet to find their comics and find their reading material. I mean, a lot of people still go to the brick and mortar, but unfortunately, you can't always. You get a lot of local stuff. But when you really want to look at something fresh, like Atrocity Press, up until recently, you couldn't find it in a comic shop. You have to go online and try to find it.
Now, let's talk about why, though, right? And then I'll let Max host his own show.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's okay, Larry. I mean, you want to talk to the LCS guy? Go for it. I know that's why we brought him on.
You knew this was going to happen. You like
Oh, that's why you brought me on?
Well,
Well, see how
What
you
are
are.
and while we got a break, there's Phil, aka Philman X,
Look at that hair.
running the camera today.
Shout out to Buster.
I need to get a good picture of Phil for my new intro, by the way.
I saw that. It's like, damn, you forgot about Dre.
No, I didn't forget about you. You're just never on camera, sir. You know what I mean? It's hard to like find a good shot of you. You know. But my question is, you said that it's hard to find books that are like Mary Machinegun in the local comic shop, and I think I have a theory to that, and I want to bounce it off of you and see if you agree. That the type of comics that Max and I and a few others do, say be maybe like a Tom Hutchison, a Big Dog Inc., or a CB Zane doing the Mighty Might, or Scorpion, or Winnie Shane's Skinner, you know, we all do what we would call, sir, bad girl comics. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
Comics that would remind you of, say, like an Evangeline or a Dark Child, you know, a Glory, right? Anything from Top Cow back in the day, you know, classic Image babes, you know.
Like the Top Cow, the Zen Scope,
yeah,
a lot of the awesome comics they had. You know, they did a Coven with Ian Churchill for a while there.
So what I'm saying is that I think that mainstream comics, they used to have like some hot, sexy covers. You know, back in the day, we had like well, J. Scott Campbell still does quite a bit, but we had like the Milo Maneras and really sexy Adam Hughes covers, and of course, God rest his soul, like Michael Turner and all this sort of good stuff.
Al Rio.
Right now, it's hard pressed to find a good-looking woman on a comic book cover, unless if it is coming from Zenescope, and even then, Zenescope has kind of toned it down a bit, unless if it's sort of like their convention exclusives or online stuff, and maybe Dynamite. You know what I mean? But other than that, everyone's sort of scared of the sexy. Do you think that's true?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know how political you want to get on this right now, but
Not really. Not very political, but I understand where you're going with it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a different paradigm nowadays, as comic creators, comic writers, comic artists, that you really have to be careful, because we are in a world now where we have to justify what we do, where we didn't have to. It was like, hey, it's accepted, this is something, but now you can't just put out a sexy girl comic. You have to justify your reason for putting it out there.
I was gonna say, do you think it's a little bit
no,
less?
we don't, Max, right?
You think it's a little bit less now? It seemed like there was more frustration or whatever you want to say with that earlier on, but it kind of seems to me like it's not quite as bad as it was.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any shit from Mary Machinegun. I mean, I figured someone would give me something, but all the stuff like Fernando draws Mary kind of thick, which I like, because then people be like, they can't be, where's her organs?
Yeah, you know where everything goes.
I just think, that people are so scared of getting a little bit of bad PR on Twitter that it lets them affect everything that they do. Look, when I did Niobe, started in 2014-15, for the first couple of years, I did take some shit. You know what I mean? You're a misogynist. You're sexualizing women. And when I didn't really pay it any heed, and I just said, you know what, I don't care what you think. I'm going to keep doing it, because my philosophy is there is room on the shelf for everything. I don't care what kind of book it is you want to do, right?
Yeah.
If you want to do Safe Space and Snowflake, go ahead, right? Put it out there. But make sure you don't give me shit when I go out and put out my bad girl book. You know what I mean? I'll leave you alone if you leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like
Now, does anybody get any shit unless they're posting over on Twitter, though?
Oh yeah, I took it all on Facebook, dude, back in the early day. Yeah, Twitter's actually more safer for me than Facebook is, because it's two different types of crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I've posted up sexy stuff before, and I've never caught any shit for it, man, over on Facebook.
Now, I also want to say hello to a Mr. Fern Cord.
Yeah, no kidding. Good seeing you, dude.
This is the first time that we get to speak, and I understand, English is not your native language, but that's okay, Fern. We got your back, sir.
I'm trying to follow you, but you speak so fast.
Yeah, slow down, Larry. What's up with you?
That's because I'm Canadian, Fern. In Canada, we talk fast.
Yeah.
They talk fast, and the top of their half of their head is
It just
disconnected from the
flops around.
back of their head.
I'm trying to follow you all, but
Okay,
it's
well,
it's really hard.
I'll slow it down a bit. Right?
Yeah,
Fern, I have a question.
yeah, I understand.
How did you meet? How did you get involved with this lunatic Max DeVille?
So, I and him, we are just so exactly the same person in different countries. We agree in everything we try to do, and this works. So when we ask me for draw something, I just show him, and he, whoa, is my head. So when I when I try to work with him, just works. So I know him in the Facebook. He is needing a artist for do a calendar, and I try to take this job. That's easy, and I do a sample for him. He like it, so we are together, working together for 2 years, I think.
Yep, almost 2 years.
Yeah, and it's just good. We are like a brothers, like as friendship is for many years. So works well, and I think for doesn't matter how much time he wants to work with me, I will work with him. It's very cool. Now
Now,
I have my
that must be like music to your ears, right?
yeah.
This man is with you for life, sir.
Yep, and we're gonna stick together, and we're gonna make comic books for decades, and it doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep churning them out, so you might as well buy them, people.
Now,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fern, let me ask you: Are you surprised at all with the success and growth of Mary Machine Gun and Atrocity Press overall?
No, we are workers. We work hard, and I'm sure that doesn't matter in how area you work. If you work hard, we have success. And Mary Machine Gun have a very good script. It's a very cool story, and I love that. And the people need to love too, because I will kill him. I will kill everyone who don't like it.
Uh,
But
John says not many people, Fern, also do not understand me, and they live here.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I have a bike. So
Uh,
no,
Let me ask Johnny, how did you get involved? Because I understand now that you are a co-writer of the book.
I believe that starts with issue 3. Is that right?
Yep, started issue
We're
3.
so far ahead, I kind of lose track of the numbers now. But no, me and Max have known. I mean, we don't live that far from each other, and we know a lot of the same people. And we kind of did some stuff with the music, and not music, but movie side of things in Kansas City. And I co-hosted a radio show previously that Max was on, and that's kind of originally how I met him. And we kind of got into touch, and we started talking. And next thing I know, he's like, "Hey, do you want to look over a comic for me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, then it kind of evolved to, "Hey, do you have some comic ideas?" I go, "Yeah, I got this Human Hunters I've been playing around with." And I think that kind of we went from talking about it to writing the script in like, what, 2 days?
Yeah, I think so.
It was pretty quick.
It was pretty fast.
And then from that, he had another idea, which I'm not sure if you're sharing yet, so I'll keep it quiet for now.
Oh no, the Teenage Ninja Bimbos book. That's knowledge. No one.
Okay, that's
reads-
knowledge. Okay, so he asked me if I wanted to jump on board and co-write that one with him, and I'm like, yeah, sure, And then next thing I know, he's like, hey, this is working really good. Why don't we? Do you want to jump on board Mary Machine Gun on issue 3? And it was just one of those things. It's like when we sit down and write, for me personally, I feel a really good connection with Max. We sit down and we kind of use the studio kind of like we are now, and we just start hashing it out. And it's really weird how often like we're finishing each other's sentences on the script. It's kind of crazy, but it's working really well so far. He hasn't fired me yet.
No. and of course, Max, you unveiled all the sexy goodness upon us. Brittany wants to comment.
Oh my teaching. Oh my teaching.
And
Nice.
My board's not working yet, but it'll be
I'll
up.
help you fix
Wars
it.
are coming.
Don't worry. How does it feel, Max? Once again, holding these babies in your hand, knowing that soon your children are going to leave the nest and go out into the world, sir.
It's nice. I mean, it's all about bagging and boarding now.
That's what he's going to be doing when I run my stream. He's just going to be like constantly bagging and boarding.
I probably will start bagging and boarding while you start streaming tonight.
Yeah. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be cracking right at her, brother. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
There goes Phil.
yeah, no. Damn, Max, so many projects on the go. Coke needs to up your sponsorship.
I'm bad.
Yeah, they do. They need to start paying me.
Yeah. No, sponsor Max DeVille right now. Product placement right there. Also, we have many people in the chat on Facebook, Max, if you haven't noticed.
I'm still learning this whole thing. I've got the chat up, but it just says Facebook user.
No, you'll have to go to Facebook to see your Facebook right now, because those people have to sign in to StreamYards in order for
To see who it
them
is.
to see your name. Their
Okay.
name.
So I go.
But
to
I do
Facebook.
know that Demon Phil Lockyer is in the
Other
chat.
Phil.
Other Phil. Yeah.
Other Phil.
Other.
Let's see. It'd be under the Mary Machine Gun thing.
Yeah, well, I think I just found it underneath you, like Max DeVille, and boom, you're alive, right?
Oh, I don't know. This video's live now.
Yeah, it is. You've been live for 44 minutes.
Yeah.
And if
There's-
anybody's watching on any of the
There's
other platforms, go to Atrocity Press on YouTube and subscribe.
Yes. Go subscribe on the YouTube channel so I can get 100 subscribers and I can get my own little URL name.
That's it. That's it. So while Max is fooling around for a second, Mr. Johnny, do you at your shop, are you going to be getting Antarctic Press books?
Who's that through?
That's the name of the company, Antarctic Press.
Yeah,
Well,
Diamond.
you
can
order
go
it through Diamond.
No, that's what I was meaning. Is it going to be through Diamond? Is it through Penguin? I'm
Yeah.
not sure exactly what.
Diamond.
Yeah.
Tell you honestly, I've been out of the loop with Diamond for the last couple of years, so I'm planning on carrying as much as I can. I usually try to do a lot of
Antarctic
indies.
Press, right, is 35 years in the business. They've done books like Ninja High School from Ben Dunn, Gold Digger from Fred Perry.
Gotcha.
Right? They've been around for a long time. Now they do like Punchline with Matthew Weldon and Bill Williams. They do Rags with Brian Ball and Luigi Terrell.
Niobe,
And Matt
Larry
knows where I'm
David.
going with this. They're going to be carrying, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Make sure you get Exciting Comics 17 to 20 for sure, which features Niobe in your shop, sir.
What you need to do is just tag me offline, and I'll put in whatever you want me to put in for you.
Well, no, I mean, you sell what you think your customers are going to want to buy. But,
For me, I did a lot of suggested sales because I could tell you, like the big things that always sold in my store before were GG Studios was huge when they were around. Zenscope was huge when Dynamite, of course.
Yeah. Everyone wants to buy the sexy women, but no one wants to make the sexy women anymore.
No, we're making the sexy women.
Oh no, we're making them.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
there's
This
plenty
is
of
the
sexy
cover
out
for my
there,
issue of
man.
Exciting Comics that I'm on. This was done by Randy Green, who used to draw for Witchblade after Michael Turner. There we go. There, now it's focused.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
the first Niobe picture I ever saw.
Bad Girl Comics, brother. Of course, Max, you have one. I have one.
Yep.
The standard Steph Wilson cover. You know what I mean? Let's see.
You've had two, right?
I've had two. Mr. Matthew Weldon.
That was awesome.
Yeah, well, Fern, we're gonna get you to do one soon too, brother. Well, actually, I got Niobe Fern art. I just haven't used it yet. We got some Fern art. You can take me off the big screen. We got Fern art for our trading card, actually. So it's Niobe sitting on a cushion with Scorpiana doing the Milo Monero pose. So that was a crossover promotion. And me and Max are also going to do a crossover promotion for our Indiegogo. So, Fern, we're going to probably get you to draw our trading card, right? Niobe and Mary Machinegun. Yeah, fuck, I'm sorry. Which will have Niobe and Mary Machinegun together. So that'll be a future project for you, sir.
That'll be good. I'm excited about that.
I don't know if you understood me. I might have talked too fast there, Max.
No.
You know what I mean?
Fernando, you understand that you're going to do a card?
I understand.
Okay.
He got it. Good.
I tried to assimilating everything, but I understand.
Well, basically, we're going to put you to work, sir.
So, if I understand clearly, it's about crossover about Niobe Comics and Mary Machinegun. And I think that will be awesome that they have powers and different, and we can explore that.
Right. What we're talking about, though, is not a story. We're just talking about an image. One image.
Just a
image.
card.
Yeah, for a trading card.
Trading
I can
card.
do it
Yep.
tomorrow.
And if people like that, if that trading card is a hit, if people like the trading card, then we can look at maybe doing a cover. And if that's a big hit, then maybe we can actually look at me and Max, hashing out a story. But, we're not in a rush for that, but we will do the trading card first.
There is demand for it, though. I've seen every time I ask who I should cross over with, there's always at least 4 or 5 people says Niobe.
Yeah, and it's the same thing the other way around. I put out, who should I cross over with? And of course, the very first answer is Mary Machinegun.
Oh, the dog.
I have a lion in my house, and he's nervous.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good to meet you, though, Fern. It's good to talk to you. It's good to meet Mr. Johnny Reed as well, because we need more people that do that run comic book shops to come on these broadcasts and sort of give us the info from sort of like the other side of the aisle, because we're so used to talking crowdfunding. I'm actually very interested in the business of behind the counter. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. All right. So speaking of some new things, I'm going to share an image.
oh, what's this?
It's the cover, the first cover for Human Hunters.
Now, tell me a little bit about Human Hunters.
Yep. And that's going to be on Johnny.
Human Hunters is kind of a project I've been having in my head for years and years. I've always really enjoyed the classic stories of the monsters, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Bram Stoker's Dracula. And the thing that has always frustrated me is like when they do modern tellings of them, it's always kind of like they take somebody from an old world and put them in the modern world. I'm trying to do a little bit of more of a spin where they've been around this whole time, so they're used to technology. So they're used to what's going on nowadays. They're not really out of time. They're actually experts of time. So we take a lot of these different classic spins and we make them to modern day. The idea of Human Hunters is that everybody thinks that these characters, like Dracula and a werewolf and Frankenstein are all monsters. where in truth the humans are more monstrous than they ever could be. And basically we kind of have a cross between kind of a Mission Impossible and monster movies where they're actually going out to find the worst of the humans.
Yeah, it's a super.
That means they're stopping at my house.
Hey, but at least you get your ass kicked by some hot women.
Dude, it's like snoo.
But
Well, and that's the thing with the human hunters. I mean, yeah, we definitely have some attractive women, but we're trying to also, when you're throwing in some vampires, our werewolf there is actually a Native American. So we're trying to give something for the ladies and for the guys as well. That's a good mix.
or for the gay community, I'll sell books to anybody. I don't care.
But I'll tell you this,
I run with 5 gangs.
To the sexy women and stuff, right? I've noticed, and I don't know if you've noticed this, Johnny or Fern or anyone else on the panel, while Max coughs his guts out, is that women like to buy books with sexy girls on the cover. I've had more women buy probably than men. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I actually have another job. I work for an actual charity, and I go to a lot of comic conventions. So I've been going to comic conventions for about 3 or 4 years, and we go to C2E2. And what I've noticed is a lot of women buy, as you say, the sexy covers and all, because then they take them back, and then they start creating the costumes. Because I've noticed there's a big, huge push with cosplay nowadays. And, it's not just at the conventions. It's on Instagram. Sci-Fi Channel had a couple TV shows about it. But a lot of these women are wanting to be these powerful superheroes or warrior princesses or whoever, they see in these comics. And then they're becoming more of the buyers almost than the men are.
Yeah, and the cosplay is definitely a factor of it. I think another factor of it is, like, I just know girls that like classic pinup stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, granted.
You know what I mean? They just like the art, not even, with the intention of trying to replicate it,
Well, I noticed that girls draw some of the hottest women.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely create hot female characters for them to dress up as. That's not a problem.
Hell yeah. And we wanted to keep the costumes simple in Human Hunters.
Well, I think my favorite one here is the one in the black.
That's Christine.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
Kirsten is my new waifu, sir. No.
She is actually, not to give too much away, but she's actually the Bride of Frankenstein.
Now she's the bride of Larry.
And she's basically she's kind of our thief, as you can tell from the costume. She does a lot of the heists.
Yeah, she's got that sort of like danger girl look to her. You know what I mean?
Yep. And behind her is actually Frankenstein, which actually he goes by the name Victor. Unlike the whole Bride of Frankenstein, they have more of a brother-sister relationship because they had the same father.
So is this going to be the next book then? Like after you fulfill Mary Machinegun, Max, is this the next one in line?
Yes. Human Hunters is next up.
Beautiful.
It'll be kickstarted. The plan is to start October 31st. We're going to launch
Halloween. Boom.
Yep.
I hope he's something already.
I like it. Yeah, no. LP is simping already. Yes, I'm simping for Max's characters. I can't wait for the teenage bimbo strippers from outer space book or whatever that was.
Teenage Ninja Bimbos versus Zombies from Deep Space.
Yeah, brother. Now we can appear on a cover for that. So.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Bimbos.
Yeah, that was a riot. I remember when Max called me and he's like, "Hey, I got an idea for this comic," and I'm like, "All right." And he just said the name, and I just started laughing. I go, "Are you serious?" And he goes, "No, I'm dead serious." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm so on this. I'm like, this is awesome. We got to write this." I was like,
I think that might be the project that propels Max to the stratosphere.
Could be.
I'm not even kidding. Like, imagine the different variations and variants that we can get for that thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yep. I mean, I know LP likes his variants. So.
I have a variant cover addiction. So.
We tried to get him help one time. It didn't work.
There was an intervention.
There was an intervention, and then he came out with like 12 variants.
Not only did I do 12 variants, I also did like 5 of them that are foiled editions. So like all in all, there's like 17. And then if you add the third printing that we did with the new cover, that's 18.
Dude,
Crazy.
He's
That's
got
some
more
money.
stash that he didn't tell us about, I'm sure.
no, he did really well. His Kickstarter fucking knocked it out of the park this time.
It was our best
yeah.
ever. We did was it like 19 grand US, which is like 24,000 Canadian, which is nice chunk of change for a guy who's been struggling for 7 years to try and get this off the ground. You know what I mean?
It's nice to be able to afford Tim Hortons when you want to.
Yeah, yeah. You don't get a cup
Yeah.
of coffee. I'm
that
not
poutine.
quite at the Starbucks level yet, but we're getting there. And you're right there too, man. I mean, look, your last campaign, right? Because me and you watched it very closely. Did better than the first campaign. You made more money and you got more backers, dude. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all that matters. I mean, the backers was what really mattered to me. I want more people reading my books. I mean, granted, I need the money in order to print the books and do things and keep doing it. But I want more people to read it because I'm a writer. I'm a storyteller. If people aren't reading my stories, then I'm kind of pointless. We could just put art books out, which I'm sure I could do. Fernando, we're going to put an art book out.
Well, you already have enough art accumulated that you can do it easily. I went through all my art and I managed to pull out 60 images that I think I can use for an art book, So if I have 60 images, you probably got like 120.
We've got 36 for sure, just out of the calendars.
Yeah, just out of the counter. Then add in all the covers, add in all the prints. You know what I mean?
What do you think a length of a proper art book like that should be?
60 pages at least.
Yeah, should definitely be 60 pages minimum. But we could definitely get some
I mean, I
stuff
got
going.
art books here to show you as an example. Like, let me see. Let me grab this one. Yeah, okay, this one will be good. This is the art of Dawn Mateague.
Put them on the.
And yeah, all right, there we go. So beautiful artwork, Dawn Mateague. This is a woman drawing all these sexy imagery, by the way. She even signed it. But this is probably about a good, I would say, probably 60 pages or so. And then just most gorgeous looking artwork.
The colors came out really well.
Yeah.
And this is a hardcover book. Oh, Canada. Yeah, I got this when I met her in Calgary at the Fan Expo.
Whoa.
And I got her to draw an Niobe for me, too. It was pretty cool. It's the most expensive commission I ever had done. It was like $300.
Fernando liked the Wonder Woman, I'm sure.
Yeah, I really
That's some great stuff there.
So, I mean, you can easily do an art book like that, dude. You have enough material. Plain and simple.
Most definitely, we could do. We'll have to look into that. We were talking about issue number 4, and if we were gonna do issue number 4 like just any other Kickstarter, and then do the crowdfund the trade paperback, or just make the trade paperback kind of like the catch-up tier. But I think we're going to end up doing just its own trade paperback as its own thing, just to keep it easier on me.
In the chat, we have Hugo. Hugo says, I always knew Max would do great things. Guy has great imagination and determination.
That's one of my boys from the Army. That was he was with me, deployed to Iraq. We were wounded together and fucking man, that dude is all right.
Years, man. That's what it is, man. Brotherhood, right?
Oh yeah.
He had your 6, man.
We weren't on the same platoon, but we spent a lot of the time in the same places. So it was all right. I saved his life. He was choking to death, and we were in the dining facility, and he ate a piece of steak, and he swallowed it, and it was just this gristly shit steak because it's a military food, and he's like pointing at his throat, and I'm like, "Are you fucking around? Or are you really choking?" He's like, "No, I'm really fucking choking." And I just reached my finger in there and just grabbed a hold of it and just ripped it right out of his throat. And he's like, "Oh my god, I was gonna die."
I can relate, man. I nearly had death by Shreddy. You know what I mean? I had a fucking Shreddy stuck in my throat. Thank God it got like soft and just sort of, you know.
Just enough.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's cool to see. Lots of support, man. So, I mean, you got how many titles, Max? 4, 5 books, man. What is it?
We've got Mary Machine Gun, we've got Human Hunters, we've got Neo Tokyo, we've got Love and Death that's coming out soon.
What's it
That'll
called?
be Love and Death.
Love and
That'll be coming out in 2022.
Grim.
And then Grim BR, that'll be coming out in 2022, maybe, right, Fernando?
It's possible.
2022.
It's possible, he says.
I will do.
We'll make it happen.
You
And
have.
I think we got like 5 other ones like are like in our back pockets, you know, that we haven't even really gotten to yet.
Yeah, and then we've got the Teenage Ninja Bimbos book, so we've got plenty of stuff coming out. See you later, boss. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, we've got plenty of stuff coming out, so it's not, you know, this isn't a vanity press. It started out kind of as a vanity press, as me publishing my own thing, but now we've got basically 3 teams of artists now, right, Fernando? Or 2 or 3?
I think 3.
Yeah. 3 teams.
Yeah, we are organizing the artists. We have 3 teams. Me alone, and Matthew, Francisco, and Adam, and Alex, Francisco, and Adam in other team. So we are 3 team working in different books, and I think we will have a lot of launchings in the next year. So if you take this book, the back cover have a description for Love and Death and Graham. If you, yeah, I think we can read it, but I do it.
You do it, man, and you do it well, sir.
I'm excited for that.
Me too.
Check this out. This is to show you just how awesome an artist Fern Cord is.
Yeah.
Remember doing that one, Fern?
That's awesome.
So that's Niobe and Ariel hanging out from Birthright, and we still haven't used this cover yet, Fern. But what's probably going to happen is this will be the cover. When I combine the 2 books together in one volume, I'm going to put this cover on it.
I don't understand and nothing.
Max, translate.
Yeah.
When he puts the 2 books together, that will be the cover.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because there's part 1 and part 2, but I want them one book, right? So that, and I'll use that as an add-on in future Kickstarters, and this will be the cover, you know.
I think this well.
Yes. Look at the jeans. He did the jeans really well. I love the rips in the jeans, man. I love the hair. I love how Ariel is just like, you know, she's, you know, got the hand by the cheek, you know, being a little cheeky, you know what I mean?
There's good jeans there, man. Good jeans.
Yeah. Good jeans.
Well, seriously, in the jeans, I like how he puts the textures.
Yeah.
Into the cloth and everything.
Yeah, brother.
Well, that was
I
You are-
some time
you
ago.
are-
Yeah.
A phenomenal artist, and Max is very lucky to have you.
Hell yeah, I'm holding on to him. He keeps saying he's not going anywhere, and I'm like, no, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to chain you to the table. And
Keep
you're
them
gonna
busy,
drawing.
man. Keep them busy, you know.
We need a big crossover with a lot of women's fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this can work a lot.
I'm in, bro. I'm in.
Just this league, women, hot. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I like this guy, Max.
Yeah, it can work a lot.
The Bad Girl Academy.
That's it, man. Bad Girl Academy. That's what we'll call it. Well, that's my page I got for, like, you know, hot pinup art. We got like 1,500 members. So if you're out there listening, on Facebook, just look up Bad Girl Academy and come join us for some of the best, sexiest artwork you're ever going to see in comics and pinups.
Yep.
1,500 mouths to feed, man.
That's it, bro.
1,500 mouths to feed. Oh.
So, Max, are you excited now to start mailing out books?
Yeah, I'm excited to start getting to the process. I mean, everything. I was like, the whole time I'm like, well, I'm kind of waiting for everything to show up so I can start working, and then it all showed up like the same day.
The last time I got a shipment from them, it came in like 2 parts, man. I'm like, you know, they show up, I'm like, I only got half my books. Like, where the fuck's the rest of my shit? You know,
Where are my books?
Where are my books?
Where's the other half of my book?
It's Red Rooster. It's in Walmart, man.
All
When
right.
we gonna have Niobe and Mary Machine Gun in Walmart, man?
Well, we're gonna have the trading card for sure. But I mean, everyone's gonna get Mary Machine Gun in their hands in a matter of weeks now. You know?
Yeah, it'll be just a couple weeks, if that.
Yeah.
It'll probably be.
I'm thinking a couple days for me.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard for you to get anything in your hand, seeing that you live right down the street.
It's a little
Well,
bit
he
easier.
almost be like my first stop. I would show up at that shop with like 10 books and be like, "Here you go, brother."
Don't have to
You know what I
deal
mean?
with shipping, none of that, man.
Well, actually, the true reason that Max is bringing me on to help him is that he wants help bagging and boarding all these comics now.
Yeah, well, that's what John. I have to order like 1,000 comics. So yeah, I'm just inviting a couple of my buds and be like, "Here's some beer and pizza. Get to work, boys." You know.
Be careful with the pizza. Don't want to grease up the bucks.
John
Everyone-
Rich, get ready.
Everyone get all liquored up and start eating pizza, and then you get spaghetti. You get a pepperoni grease all over your comic book.
Fuck, you're making me hungry, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just calls that another variant.
Right?
Special edition.
Sloppy Joes.
It's so fucking exclusive. There's only one.
Right.
Max is like big greasy handprint on it. You know, like. So,
Yeah,
Max,
John
do you
says he
think,
needs
man,
that pizza, Larry.
Yeah, well, we'll get whatever they want, man. We'll hook them up. Max, your first show, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't really have. I wanted to just kind of do the unboxing and introduce Fern to the world because he's never been.
Ever elusive Fern.
Rock and roll, man.
I've never been able to talk him into coming on. He's always like, "No, my English is bad." I'm
I
like, "No
get
one
that
gives
all
a
the
fuck.
time, man.
No one gives a fuck."
No,
You
I
do
mean,
just
the guy,
fine, Fern. You do just fine, man.
the guy drawn for me says the exact same thing, so I understand.
And then Johnny, I just kind of dropped it on him. I was like, "Hey, tomorrow 8:00."
Yeah, but look at Johnny though. He's ready for this. He's got a backdrop. He's got the
Yeah,
setup.
look at all that.
He's all pro. He already looks like he's been doing YouTube. You know.
He's got it all hooked up. He's got the. Are you using the shop computer, or is it a laptop that you brought up there?
No, I'm using the shop.
Nice.
What are some of the books you got behind you? Are these like the wall books that are like more expensive, or those like the newer issues that are out, or is this just like, you know, just some stuff that you personally like? What's behind you there?
Actually, there's some ones like. I'm a big Linsner fan, so I got a lot of Dawn back here. I've always liked Cry for Dawn since it first came out.
Get Max up with Joseph.
I also have some Jim Balint Terror
Yeah,
for
brother.
the Black Rose. Can't
All
ever
right,
go wrong with
now we
that.
I'll be able to pinpoint some stuff here. Let's start with that
There you
X-Men you got. So right behind your head, you got X-Men.
Of course,
the other
you
one.
spot the
Little
X-Men
older,
first
little
thing.
older one. Other side. There you go.
We
There
got
we
some of these are just some of the older ones that I actually haven't actually priced yet. So a lot of this stuff I'm just putting up here, and I got to start pricing this
Now,
one.
that Dawn book, the one that's in all green, I have that exact same issue. I bought that when that first came out. And I still have it. It's in really bad shape, but I still have it, you know?
Actually, one of the main ones that I really like is this. It's one of the first, I think, in it's like first 3 or 4 that he did
Yeah.
when it originally came out.
No,
Actually, this is issue 4.
There goes to 505. Yeah, so look.
And then when this came out, he also did an actual statue of it, so I grabbed that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No,
Oh man, did you see the 27-inch Vampirella statues they're coming out with off of the Linsner art?
No,
Are you
I'm
asking
sure those
me?
aren't.
Anybody? They're like $900.
I was going to say, I'm sure those aren't cheap.
I was like, Jesus Christ! I wanted it until it was $900.
I have
can
not seen that yet. I'm going to have to look.
I can barely afford like the cute little Japanese statues I got, man. They're like $100 each. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the last statues I got were the Grimm Fairy Tales, the Alice. They did like a blue and a black version.
yeah. Let's see. Let me grab one of you here. This is the type of stuff. They're cool, but they're cheap. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So a bunch of stuff like that. Ooh,
good old Psylocke there.
God love her. God love her. Let's see this other one. You're easy to grasp. Little Spider Woman action.
So what's up? How soon before we have a Niobe or Mary Machine Gun statues like
When I
that?
do $100,000 campaign, I'll consider it.
See, I'm actually Johnny does custom figures,
Oh,
Nice.
woo!
so
Johnny just got higher up on the radar.
Custom like from scratch? Like modeling them?
No,
and everything?
I do a lot of kit bashing. You know,
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah,
I do right now. I do a lot of Marvel Legends. I do a lot of 1/6 scale. Like for my personal collection, I do a lot of the Hot Toys. Like I love the Hot Toys, the Sideshow. Just name it, I probably collected. It's sad.
Maybe that's the thing, man. Maybe I should dig out ZBrush and do some sculpting again, man.
well, Fernando was learning some 3D sculpting.
Oh,
Yeah.
were you? What were you using?
Blender.
Blender?
For 3D in computer.
Yeah.
And I have this for manual.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Old school. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
See, I use a lot of that Procreate. It's like a
Uh,
2-part. You mix it together and you can go from there.
I use Procreate too. It's very nice. And I have statues too. That is better because you
Yep.
can imagine what you want.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I bought you some of those, and then I mailed them to you, and then they got sent back to me. Remember?
Oh yeah, I remember. And I have this. This is Burger King Blanche.
Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
his favorite.
I have, and is just it.
Well, here's a good question. We just put it around the room real quick.
Yeah.
Who is your top 2 to 3 favorite artists?
Mine.
Me?
Go ahead and start,
Yeah.
Mac.
Go ahead, Fern.
Me.
We'll just go around. Yeah, your top
I
3
think
artists.
Jim Lee. It's for a superhero story. It's my top, but I can talk about this for all night. I have Jim Lee, Mike Deodato, Ed Benis, Pantalena. Pantalena is very, very cool. I like how he can do the girls and and have anyone organs inside, but it's so beautiful, and I really love that. I so many. I have I have one here. Just a second.
We got him fishing shit out.
I don't know how to pick this, but this is the guy.
A breeding.
Jurgen.
This
A
is
Jurgen.
on my hand because this is a lot reference that I use. I like Superman, so it's
I have
all-
that issue.
Yeah.
You
So
like
I have
Superman?
so many artists that I really loved the art, and some ones that is not so famous, like Elzer Alves. Um, uh, I'm forgetting the names because I'm nervous, but I have a really big list.
A big list. Yeah, it's hard to just
Yeah.
name a few.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll move on to.
Campo or Niobe like this too, and it's a lot of artists, and I try to take a little for my art in everyone, but the only is in the top. Uh, he is fantastic, and I can talk about this for hours for
Yeah, yeah.
about her
Yep.
art.
All right. Well, we'll move on to Larry, who's going to say J. Scott Campbell.
Of course.
Yeah,
Who else? Who else, Max? Who else am I going to say?
I don't know.
All right, so J. Scott Campbell is
Yep.
on the list. Michael Turner is on
Yeah.
the list.
Yep, I should have known that.
Milo Manera is on the list. David Finch would be on that list. And let's put in, and I actually got to work with this guy. Put it on the screen for a second, brother. Mr. Paul Green.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
I love this art.
And that's the cover he did for us. That's the second one he did for us. So he is on my list. And so at least I got to say I got to hit at least one of the bucket list.
Well, and
Hell
Randy
yeah.
Green too, right?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's for 3 or 4. You know what I mean? So
That's
Boom.
Paul Green. That's the one that had to outflip Flipper over.
yeah, I had to out flipper on eBay. That's right.
All right. And
Huh.
then I guess
To
Come to
lower
me.
price. I guarantee I don't flipper. I said I have more stock than you do.
I can just keep making them.
That's it.
So comes to me. I'll say Fern Cord, of course.
There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
Ed Benez, of course. Jim Lee. Joe Jusko. Let's see. Al Rio, of course. What's the guy's name? Frazetta.
Frank Vizetta.
Damn, you took mine, man.
He's great.
And then, God, I can't remember the other guy's name either.
That one guy, man.
He did all the. He did Frazetta and him, but did a whole bunch of Conan covers.
Boris.
Yes,
Boris,
that's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Valer.
Boris, he's great too.
yeah. Yep, there you go.
Didn't they do
No.
those gore covers too? Those sci-fi books?
Yeah,
Oh, he's done so many. It was like him and Frazetta were kind of like neck and neck when they first were breaking into, like, they kind of set off the whole fantasy genre back in the day. Of
they
fantasy art, that is.
really shaped the look
Yeah.
of fantasy art for decades to come.
Yep. I'd say, you want to know what mine are?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Mine is.
We went around. You're the last one. We went around the circle.
Oh, okay. Frazetta, Simon Bisley, Richard Corbin, Mobius, Siempre, Luis Royo. I can keep going, man.
Okay, but what about actual comic books?
Yeah.
Those are, they do that, Larry.
They do fantasy art covers. Come on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they've also, Corbin does books. Bisley
That's
does
true.
books. Yeah, they've all done stuff. I mean, any of one of those guys have done stories in heavy metal, man.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's
Or
not
old
Spider-Man
EC
or Batman.
stuff, or, stuff like that.
I mean, who's your favorite sort of mainstream dudes, though? I mean, comics that people actually probably seen. You know what I
I've
mean?
never been full on hardcore about mainstream stuff, so I don't know what to tell you, man.
All right, you ready for my list now then?
Oh yes.
Let's hear it.
Okay, of course it's Scott Campbell, Jim Balint, loved him with the Catwoman, with
Yep.
the Michael Turner, Linsner. For me, I was also a big fan of Ian Churchill. Always loved Ian Churchill. Michael Turner, the only problem with him is every one of his girls looked like they needed a sandwich. They were always so skinny, but it was great. I grew up with a lot of D&D and Dragonlance books, so I have to put like
Dragonlance.
Larry Elmore in there. Larry Elmore,
Yeah,
I think, does some
Larry
great
Elmore.
work.
You're going to get into Jeff Easley and a few others.
Yes, Easley was great too. But I mean, like my number one of all time, it's got to be Al Rio. Now I got to tell you, I got a couple on the list. Locally, Max and I have a pleasure of knowing of Rick Stacy, who worked for DC and Marvel for a while, and he does some great stuff. Fern, now I'm getting addicted to his work, and it's a pleasure working with him. And I got to tell you, the stuff that I see in, I know toot our own horn here, but I'm really digging what Mateus is doing with Human Hunters. Some of his panels are just wicked good. So
Yeah, he's gotten really good. I can definitely say he's evolved quite well. I mean, that's one of the things that we do though at Atrocity Press is we don't just hire on an artist and be like, okay, you work here for us now do these things. I mean, we do that. Don't get me wrong, but we also have like artist progression program to where we have classes that we do online that people can take and then help them with like anatomy. We did the anatomy class just recently, and I think that anatomy class really helped Mateus out, or Matthew, however we want to say it. It helped him out immensely with his art. It got way better right after that.
I saw the people in the Trust Press is very, very better, and I have no more work. It's not so hard in my shoulders because they know what they are doing. So a lot of people think that draw is just you look and do the same, but when you know how construction, how you know how construct the everything, the buildings, the bodies, the everything, you have a good relation with the work, and this work hard, and the people are more professional now, and Max is proportioning this for Al, and that is awesome. And thank you for in the name of the team,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy. I never found um, a boss. I sometimes I like to asking him for a boss. I never found a boss that have value for me like him. He is like a friend, like a brother, and I try to be better in every single day because of that. That's a trust press. That's my home, and I love that. I really love
Yeah.
that.
I mean, Fernando turned down going to DC to stay working for me.
Yeah, but Mary Machine Gun, it's in my heart.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. So, this is there's a double header tonight. It's
No
after
way.
this stream. Yep, after this stream, you got to head over to Larry's channel at Niobe. What's your channel? Niobe Comics or
Niobe Comics.
yep, Niobe Comics with a K
No,
or
with
with
a
a C.
C. Yeah, I changed
Okay,
it.
But this you
all right.
changed it.
Niobe Comics with a C, and we'll be over there being much more lewd and having a good time.
I'll tell you.
Oh wow.
If politics scares you, right, this probably is not the show you're going to want to watch. Because
Are we doing that tonight?
yeah, dude. Tonight we're going to EFAP the great debate that went down tonight.
Oh no.
Oh yes, we're going
I'd
to
rather
watch.
just talk about comics, man.
No. I mean, we just did that. You know what I mean? No. My plan is there's a debate between Taylor C. Mitchell versus Ethan Van Sciver,
Oh no.
and
I saw that was coming up.
and so I plan to watch that and see what both sides have to say. You know what I mean?
We know what they'll say. It's the same every time.
We'll score and see who gets more points. You know.
There's Fred. That's
Atrocity
that's our that's a
me home too.
that's our inker.
It's
That's
my
nice.
brother.
It's Fernando's brother. He's our inker. He does the inking for Human Hunters and pretty much anything else that's not Mary Machine Gun. And he has done some inking on Mary Machine Gun pinups, but he's never done anything on the books. Fernando's very protective of of the books. He wants to do it all himself.
I hear you, and this is the thing about Max. Max really should be a bit easy, right? Because he keeps it all in the family. You know? Whether it be Fern Cord's family or the Ed Bendis family, it's all about family, right, Max?
Yep, it is all about family.
Man.
It's all about family. I like to, when you have one person in the family that can do something that's great, and then when they're like, "Hey, by the way, my wife can do graphic design stuff," and I'm like, well, that's great. Let's bring her on board too. My brother does inking. Fuck, let's bring him on too.
Yeah.
And then-
Started to get back into doing a little inking lately myself, man. It's fun. Just digital though, man, which is a pain in the butt compared to on board, but
Fernando does everything digitally now. I mean, he can draw like traditionally, but he does it all digitally because it's just going to be digital anyways.
it seems like it's a little bit easier or quicker for production anyhow.
Yeah, it is much faster. I mean, you could still just sketch it out and then scan it, but I don't think he's got a scanner that he could use. Yep, so there you go.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Nice, dude.
Dionysa. Is that how it's pronounced? What's her name, Fernando? Her name?
Sorry.
What was her
Sorry.
name? What was her name?
Who's my name?
No, the character you held up. What's her name?
This is Diania.
There you go.
Diania.
For Grimm, it's named for a flower that
Eats
hunting.
flies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Carnivorous.
yeah.
Well, like a Venus flytrap.
Yep.
So it's a scientific name. If I don't know, it's Diania. And so this is the name of the character, and she is wife of Grimm, my character.
That's cool.
So I always with this sketchbook in my bag because if I look something I draw, that we have too many things. I don't know if you can see.
Is that Archie?
Archie,
Oh, we lost Fern. There we go. It is Archie too.
No, Archie have the R here. That's
That's true. Well, he would have the A actually.
I have a
I
lot
like
of
this.
characters and here.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that one.
There we go. Look, it's getting better.
Yeah.
I try always have something that's a personal that I like.
Beautiful. Look at that.
I like to draw.
Damn.
things. So I will not pass all book here because I have much time. I'm really always that I can. I'm drawing, and my family looks that like, oh, you need to stop to work, and I say if I stop to work, other person that are working now will take my place. So always trying. It's
Well, you're not wrong. I mean, it's definitely a competitive scene, art scene. Everyone is trying to get noticed. You have a lot of artists that are, looking to make their break. It's in as publishers, as guys who make our own comics, of course, we're looking for two things in artists. One, who can draw the style we need, and two, who can fit the budget we have. Right?
Yep. Who's the cheapest that can get the job done how we need it done? And,
Yeah.
and I'm not
I'm-
saying that Fernando's the cheapest because he's not, but it really does help that there's a ton of talent in Brazil. There's a lot of artistic talent in Brazil. And the fact that like $1 is 5 Brazilian reals, that's fucking amazing.
money. So, and I have all artists in my bud lists, like Family Banners. That's all my friends, and always that I trade work with them, and that is awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know you did that. You've been working on the side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just for
cool.
me, Max. Just for me.
Yep. Oh, let's see. I think we've been on here for a little bit. Let me get a couple pages of Human Hunters that people have already seen.
I can show that last one.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one should I share?
The one for the black and white from yesterday
Okay, hold on.
with the girls walking in.
There's the cover. Some pencils.
Is it in the pencils yet?
I don't know. When they're walking in with Radu?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
I like that one.
Hold on.
All right, we need to make that a little bigger, Max.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Good looking splash page there, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take them both. Send them over.
Radu might get upset with his women.
Not anymore.
He's James Bonding it up. But this is okay. Look at this, and then I want to show the difference.
We're about to see Max's porn collection.
I was about to say that too.
No, not that button, Max.
I don't have a porn collection. I leave all mine on the internet.
I don't know, that first page, that first and second page, I still love the coloring of that.
Yeah.
The coloring came out well.
Yeah, I think that's.
I click over to that second one. I just like the use of the color and the lights on that.
Yeah, you did a good job. I like the silhouette. I mean, the whole. There's nothing. There's no dialogue, and you can tell exactly what's going on.
Yeah. And this is kind of going back to what I was saying about the actual story. If you read the classic version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, there is the Bride of Frankenstein was never technically created. He kind of mocked up the body, and then he got upset and threw it into the ocean. So what we're doing is taking off from that moment of and the book even describes there's a storm that's happening. So we just basically kind of changed it up a bit where that lightning struck the ocean, and that's what brought her to life. Because we're trying to stay true to the actual original literature.
Yep. That way, Universal can't say anything. They can't say nothing. It's like, oh.
Dude, I wasn't even going to bring up that word. I've been staying away from that this whole time. And then here you are dropping Universal.
I don't care. They could say nothing. They can't say a damn thing because we're not using their monster.
Oh, no, they can. They could come by and say, hey, we're going to write you a check to put this, let us use this at our park. We
that'd be fantastic. If they wanted to be like, hey, we wanted to go ahead and use this as the Dark Universe now, I'd be like, that's fine. Go ahead and give me some money. But
they need to reboot it somehow, man.
Yeah, because it was terrible.
That's because they let what's his name get his
Tom
hands
Cruise
in there.
get all crazy
it all
with
up. Screwed it all up with the Mummy, man, because he had his hands in there making him change shit around.
Yeah. Fran says he's inking the page that we were looking at right now.
Really? Sweet.
Yeah.
I will take a update now.
Hey, Max, do you want to share that one with the van blowing? Or do you want to save that one?
Let me see if I can find it.
It's in the color one folder.
Yeah, I just gotta open up things and
get Larry's opinion on that one.
Let's see, Human Hunters, color.
Don't want to give too much away.
I have an update for you, Johnny, too.
Okay.
I will share with you and Max.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Kaboom.
That's it, man. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like the use of the dove.
I love the doves. The doves are great because that wasn't in the script. And it's funny, we got that page. I go, what are the doves doing there? And Max is like, he puts extra stuff in. I'm like, that's beautiful. I love that.
I like the way he had the light coming through the wings too. That looked nice, man.
Yeah. That was pretty
Well,
sweet.
sometimes you do that with an image, especially like, if you need to give it just a little extra ounce or flair, you know what I mean? Like, and the dove, flying away makes it actually look like, boom, like, here's something that's scattering everyone, like.
Oh, nice.
This is right now. This is working now.
That is awesome.
And Johnny, I share with you the sketch for a new cover. If you want, look in your Telegram, you will
Oh, I
see.
didn't see that yet. Did you just send it to me?
Yeah, now
Yeah, there you go.
it's Frank Ward is working on that too.
Gotcha.
I like it because it's got the John. It's John Woo. The Doves. John Woo. Total John Woo.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
working. I'm talking with the artists right
That's
now.
fine.
Colorists needing my help.
Do
We
your
do
thing.
that all the time here.
Yep, that's what we do.
Oh yeah.
Phil showing off his graphic design work there.
Yeah, and I meant to tell you when I saw this. I mean, very honored that you've listed our names in the thank you section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool of you.
Yep, had to. It's just got the old GBC.
Here, you want to see something? I'll show you. Oh, then there we go. Oh,
This is the color job that Phil Leon did for our civil trading card.
Neobi.
Neovi.
And then here's something I was screwing around with, like I said, with some inking, man. I'm still working on it. I had that, but then that's where it's at now, and this is what I'm doing to it so far. Just some weird,
Psychedelic, man. It looks
some
like that could
weird
be the cover of the next
surrealistic
Pink Floyd
shit
album.
What's that?
So it looks like that could be the cover of the next Pink Floyd record. You know?
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
If Roger
Man.
Waters wanted to come back to life and make an album, that'd be fine.
This art remember me series that I saw, Utopia. It's very
Yeah.
nice.
Let's see what else.
Where's the Thor frog?
Oh, I'd have to bring him up. Hold on, I'll pull
Oh.
him up, man. And then tonight I'm going to get this one done for Rich. I already got
Oh,
two of them
Nice.
done.
I like
The
this.
the chibi deeby 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 deeby.
Yeah, the chibis. Yeah, his stickers, the sticker sets.
Chibi deeby deeby.
Hold on, what one were you talking about? Damn it.
The Thor frog that you did with
Okay.
Warren.
Yeah, hold on, I'll grab that up. Oh, where's that?
Man, this is awesome.
Let's see, we got.
There you go.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Let's see, I'm still looking for Throg. Okay, he is here.
Warren's art and your colors match up really well.
So I told them they
Thanks,
should just
man.
keep working together. Like,
We've kind of talked about some things. We'll see how it all works out as we get things arranged and everything. Yeah, there's Throg.
All right,
Throg.
Fernando, what do you think? You're a colorist. I think this is some of Phil's better work. So what do
I
you think?
agree.
What do you think as a colorist?
I like that a lot. It's a very good technique with the I don't know how does the name it. It's the tool with the but I can see that this is very comic book and I like a lot.
Kind of that cell shaded thing. Yeah, and I also do, I like to, if I have time and it's that kind of project that I can get on, I like to do like some deep texture, add a lot of texture into stuff if I get a chance to.
I like that a lot. That's sweet, the colors and the shading.
That
I
was
like
a submission
how
for,
the background bring me up the characters. It's
Yeah,
very cool. I love that.
Like
I
how
like
it's all,
that city in the distance. How it's
yeah, it's all
just
fogged out
abstract.
and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's all
Yeah,
just
that is a piece that was for submission for Richard Friend for some book that he's been working on, man. Blaster Kid, I think it is. That was a fun one to work on.
I've never even seen that picture before.
You've never seen that one?
No,
Wow,
no.
yeah,
Out
that
of
one's from like last
out
year
of
sometime.
out of all the stuff you've shown, I don't remember ever. I don't remember seeing it.
Oh, I need to start digging into some of the older stuff because I just never bring it up. I just pull up a lot of the more recent stuff. Like, here's one that I'm still working on. I haven't got a chance to get back
Oh.
to. That was
Loki.
another more one. Yeah, yeah, Florida Loki.
Florida Loki.
The
Florida
basics are
man
there,
Loki.
but I wanted to get in and do a little more detailing and stuff on that one.
Loki. Throg.
Yeah,
I
this-
like the.
That's the
Yeah.
one I've got to finish this one up yet for Chris. Get some detail in there and shit.
So you guys finally just determined what you're going to do with the color on the monster guy?
Well, it was a toss up. Originally, he wanted it more of that bluish, so he'd kind of go into the background a little bit more. Then he decided he wanted to go with green. Green to me was too much. And I got it from both sides on test audiences that they liked both of them. So I did kind of started working on a combination of both where I'm getting the blues and the greens kind of mixed in.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a little more. I'll get more shading and stuff with her done once I get the background more solidified, man. So that works in with all that.
It reminds me, her position reminds me of the old Vampirella magazines.
Yeah,
It's like, because it's all her hands are sticking out with her arms are all, and her fingers are all straight and hands all arched.
yeah. I almost want to put like little magic effects at the end of them because it is a witch chick. So,
Well, that would be pretty cool.
and the thing behind her is a golem. But yeah, I'm gonna end up doing deeper shading and stuff, man. Get some more blues in on her and everything, man. And so she just enough so she pops out, but also kind of, blends at the edges. So yeah, that one's still a work in progress.
All right. Well, it has been almost 2 hours, and Larry's got his show at 10. Well, my 10, which would be his midnight. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this up and put it into the very first initial show, which I think went very well. I mean, we'll be tinkering with format and stuff. I think with
Yep.
the channel, I'll be one of the things I want to do with the channel is independent comic book reviews. I wanted to actually read the comic and just do a review of it. I think that would be fun for everybody involved. So, we'll do our some of our own stuff, of course. It is
No,
the
we can do
Atrocity-
honest reviews, or are we just doing,
No, I'd be straight honest with people. I'd
No.
definitely be honest with them.
Do the
Yeah.
critique sandwich.
Yep.
Good,
Good, bad, good.
good, then bad, then good. Yeah, there you go.
Good, bad,
so
good.
Max, are you good cop and I'm bad cop, or how do we do that? Or are you bad cop?
I'm a apathetic cop. I just want to. I'll be able to tell you if it's good or not. That's all. And I'm not going to have my feelings get involved in it. It's just going to be like, yeah, objectively this is good art. Objectively this is bad art.
Well, I'm sure you can be very diplomatic about it and still get it across, man. You're good like that.
Yeah, I've used corporate speak a few times.
Not corporate speak, but it's like, I like that, but yeah, maybe if this was a little bit like, that right there, that,
Yeah.
not like, okay, this is cool. Oh my God, that sucks, that shit.
All righty. So I don't know how to end the show except to say thank you all for watching. We'll gonna end up deciding which day that we want to do the shows on more often. I don't know if it'll probably won't be a Friday thing because I've been playing D&D with the same group of people for like 3-4 years every
Giving up
Friday.
your RPG night, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we'll definitely do it someday during the week, and then we can have Fern drop by, and we can have Larry come in, and Phil can show up, and whoever else wants to come by. You guys know the crew. We've got Johnny in here now, so he'll be here to help us navigate the LCS fucking labyrinth of what it's like to deal with Diamond.
Well,
and all those other cool toy companies like Missouri Southern Hobby and all those different things.
well, it's definitely cool to meet you, Johnny and Fern, man.
Yeah, brothers.
Yeah, you too.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play the outro, which is the intro created by John Wilson, Big Daddy Bowser. So
That's
here we
it.
go.
AUD.